Okay. All right. I see number 2 there on the chat. I'm not going to pull that up in the interest of time, trusting that Mindy is going to keep me honest. And if it's something that needs to be addressed, let me know.
Okay? It's just stuff that I have posted, so you're good.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mindy. All right. I am in the East Coast in Florida, and the sun is setting. So it's going to start to get a little darker. I'm going to have to adjust my camera. At some point, it's going to look like I'm in the witness protection program. So I'll give you some light in a bit. I think for now, the camera is still good, right? All right. Remote coaching challenges. One of the things is the accountability, the ownership that individuals have to what we are coaching around. They tend to have low participation, low communication, and with that comes a low level of trust among the team members, but also if we are new, if we're coaches, they're not seeing us on a regular basis, we're not interacting regularly, we take a hit on that trust level. So one of the things that influences that is the Allen curve, which shows that distance significantly impacts the frequency of communication. I mean, as much as meters impacts it. Imagine what it does when we are in a distributed environment by miles or sometimes in different countries, right? So the frequency of communication goes significantly lower. Luckily, there are techniques that we can use to improve that. One of those is building trust with face-to-face communication. Face-to-face, right? The Agile Manifesto says that the best form of communication is face-to-face. We might not be physically in the same room, but if we turn on video, we are getting closer to face-to-face, right? Not disagreeing that the best form of communication is in a physical room with 2 individuals or more, but we can improve our distant communication with face-to-face video. And this study shows a good amount of the benefit that you get from that. This is Olsen 2014 that shows how a set of teams improved their trust level, their information richness, their authenticity, reduce their stress, and ultimately increase the effectiveness of the team as they shared videos in their meetings. So as coaches, if you are not coaching around sharing video, or if you're in an organization that is adverse to that, I highly encourage you to encourage teams to do that and create and turn that culture into one that is friendly to video sharing. It goes a long way when it comes to creating trust. Okay? I mentioned that nothing beats face-to-face. So in a distributed environment where we are remote, if we have the opportunity, we want to practice SVG. SVG is the idea of seating where we go physically to where most of the team members are, and we work together for a short period of time, maybe 1 sprint if we're doing Scrum. We then go back to our remote environments, and the social capital that we build over that period of time pays dividend over a long period of time. And then we come back on a periodic basis, which is what we call visiting. That's the V in SVG, where we pay small visits and continue that social capital growth. And we go back to our natural habitat. And then once a year, twice a year, we practice gathering, where we get the whole team together and have some team building. And again, getting that trust to increase by getting together physically and socially as well. So SVG, if you have the ability to get the team together, for you to get on a plane and physically visit the team, or maybe get on the commute for the seating period, it will go a long way to building that trust while allowing you to come back and be remote and benefit from it long term. Okay. So From a summary perspective of some of the subtopics that we tend to see in the accountability challenge, we see lack of clarity. Some team members tend to have overlapping roles. They might be confused about what role they're playing or who is playing that role. And they might just simply be missing roles, period. And that can be very, very disoriented and lower the communication and the participation. So one technique for that is to do a team RASI. Don't do it to the team, do it with the team. So have an exercise where you would put up the roles and responsibilities that pertain to that Agile team and have them identify the respective owners of the different responsibilities. It's actually a very interesting exercise because what we tend to see is that what we assumed is not necessarily always true to what the team thought or is practicing. So having a RASI, you might get a little pushback there from the Agile community when it comes to RASIs and Agile. I personally don't see a problem with clarifying some of the roles and responsibilities and who is in those positions, as long as we are staying true to the Agile principles and values and making sure that we are aligning with the needs of the team and the organization, okay? Trust. So we talked about low cohesion, sub-team formation, slow decision making. These are the things that tend to manifest in when we have a low trust environment. So practice SGV and try to encourage teams to share video. Two quick techniques there.